U23 Asia 2024 match schedule. The U23 Asian finals will take place in Qatar from April 15, 2024 to May 3, 2024 in Qatar. The top 3 teams in the tournament will win tickets to the 2024 Paris Olympics, while the 4th place team, losing in the 3rd place match, will play a playoff with Guinea, a representative from Africa, to compete for the remaining tickets. U23 Vietnam is in Group D with rivals Kuwait, Malaysia, and Uzbekistan. U23 Vietnam's first match at the U23 Asian finals takes place on April 17, 2024. April 15, 2024 at 2000 hours, Group A U23 Australia vs U23 Jordan, and at 22:30 Group A U23 Qatar vs U23 Indonesia. April 16, 2024 at 2000 hours, Group B U23 Japan vs U23 China, and at 22:30 Group B U23 UAE vs U23 Korea. Also at 22:30 Group C U23 Iraq vs U23 Thailand. April 17, 2024 at 1 AM Group C U23 Saudi Arabia vs U23 Tajikistan. And at 2000 hours, Group D U23 Uzbekistan vs U23 Malaysia. Also at 22:30 Group D U23 Vietnam vs U23 Kuwait. April 18, 2024 at 2000 hours, Group A U23 Indonesia vs U23 Australia. And at 22:30 Group A U23 Jordan vs U23 Qatar. April 19, 2024 at 2000 hours, Group B U23 Korea vs U23 China, and at 22:30 Group B U23 Japan meets U23 UAE. Also at 22:30 Group C U23 Saudi Arabia vs U23 Thailand. April 20, 2024 at 1 o'clock, Group C U23 Iraq vs U23 Tajikistan. And at 2000 hours, Group D U23 Vietnam vs U23 Malaysia. Also at 22:30 Group D U23 Kuwait vs U23 Uzbekistan. April 21, 2024 at 22:30 Group A U23 Qatar vs U23 Australia. Also at 22:30 Group A U23 Jordan vs U23 Indonesia. April 22, 2024 at 2000 hours, Group B U23 Japan vs U23 Korea. Also at 2000 hours, Group B U23 UAE vs U23 China. At 22:30 Group C U23 Saudi Arabia vs U23 Iraq. Also at 22:30 Group C U23 Thailand vs U23 Tajikistan. April 23, 2024 at 22:30 Group D U23 Vietnam vs U23 Uzbekistan. Also at 22:30 Group D U23 Kuwait vs U23 Malaysia. And the schedule of the Vietnam team in this final round. April 17, 2024 at 22:30 Group D U23 Vietnam vs U23 Kuwait. April 20, 2024 at 2000 hours, Group D U23 Vietnam vs U23 Malaysia. April 23, 2024 at 22:30 Group D U23 Vietnam vs U23 Uzbekistan. The 2024 U23 Asian finals will have 16 participating teams divided into 4 groups. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the quarterfinals. In Asia, there are 3.5 spots to attend the 2024 Paris Olympics. Therefore, the 3 teams with the best results in this final round will enter directly. The 4th-ranked team must play a playoff with Africa's Guinea. In this final round, Group of Death appeared, Group B, when Japan, Korea, UAE, and China were in the same group. Thailand also encountered difficulties when facing defending champions Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Tajikistan. Indonesia is in Group A, with hosts Qatar, Australia, and Jordan. U23 Vietnam is the Southeast Asian team with the highest chance of reaching the quarterfinals. Thanks for watching.